Hi, Beaver City builder lovers. Welcome back to Timberborn and the settlement of New Babylon. This is your host, Casual Dad. And today, what episode I have in store for you guys. We are going to be building a little berry bush farm, a tree farm that have some maybe expected or maybe some unexpected looks to it over here. And in our new and improved industrial area, we did in between episodes bring out all of the equipment that we needed. We started building bots so that our beavers would no longer be injured, since we do have essentially unlimited power. I mean, we look at this, we're generating just at the start of the day 10,000, 11,000, and we're only using 7,000. This goes up to 25,000. It is quite glorious indeed. And so essentially unlimited power. And not only are we going to be building some berry farms and tree farms for our population, but we have already laid the foundation and the plans for a nice food farm over here next to our city so that we can get those built. And then while those are being built, we're going to plan out our first level of New Babylon and the Hanging Gardens. So, we're going to have amenities down below. And so then the middle spot is going to be maybe half breeding pod, half, the top amenities like the rooftop terrace, those kinds of things. So I want the bottom amenities to be things that have to be on the ground. So we're going to leave that there. So we might have some incubators and some other amenities on the second level. And then the top level with the beautiful views, we're going to have our home level where all the beavers live. And of course, we're going to have two ways connecting everything. And just picture it, we're going to have a little view where you can just look out through some cascading water and see some beautiful nature all around you, since we have relegated all of the nastiness to one corner. So if you like that idea, if you think it sounds good, make sure you stick around, leave a like, comment down below what you're most excited about seeing. How do you think it's going to turn out and it's going to look? Maybe, leave me some comments about ideas of things you would do differently. We'd love to hear all that. We got some complicated water we've got to collect over here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can stay up to date on all the beaver action and all the other 4X and strategy city builder games that we play here on the channel. And while you're at it, go ahead and check out the description, see how you can join the Casual Dad gaming community and just come hang out with a bunch of people who love to play games and love to play games with other people who aren't taking things too seriously. So without further ado, I think that intro's been long enough. Let's jump right into it. Alright, so what we need to do here is, well, I guess I'll go ahead and show you. I forgot that it pops up. Little surprise. So this is what we have here. We have a multi-story. Now, it's not supposed to be efficient, okay? Let's get that out of the way. Not supposed to be efficient, but we have multi-story berry and coffee facilities that we need to finish up. Put a little bit of a roof here, maybe. We'll see. Definitely up here, and it's going to be irrigated all the way down from water at the top. And the goal is we're gonna, on the inside, we're gonna have the coffee for the brown, we're gonna have the blueberries on the outside, giving it some color, and then the green, because it's gonna be irrigated, is going to look fantastic. And then over here, we're just gonna have our tree farm, where we're gonna have some birch down below. All right, we're gonna have some oak in the middle and oak at the top. It's gonna look good. And then down below here, in this area on the ground, we're just gonna have pine down here, because we're gonna have half of it is our pine resin for our planks, and then the other half will be might do all pine resin. I'm not sure, but it's gonna be more trees down here, and that's what it's gonna look like. And it's gonna hopefully look like a tree and look like a bush when everything's said and done. So let me come in here. I do need to add a little bit more of an overhang, because what I want to do is I want it to look nice and filled in. Okay, I don't want it to look kind of crappy, like I don't know what I'm doing. Even though I know I don't know what I'm doing, we're gonna make people think we do. Okay, and it's gonna be great. Well, that would help if I actually, I put it on the right spot. But, casual dad, I just always having problems with doing something. Can't ever know what I'm gonna do. And I don't think this is squared up. I see what I did. I did have it right originally. This is what's wrong. See, I don't even know my own plans. But it's okay. Good thing it hasn't been built yet. We can easily fix those issues. Perfect. So we're gonna come up. We'll come here. This is gonna be a little difficult because the stairs. We can always move the stairs. Why don't we do that? Why don't we move the stairs so that we can have a nice symmetrical build. I think that sounds pretty good. This stairs mod, guys, if you don't use it, you're missing out. It is so good. It helps out a ton in tight spaces. I try not to use it too much in this playthrough. I know I did in my Mega Ducts playthrough, but this playthrough we're trying to keep it relatively mod free. See what we can do with the new tube ways. And there we go. That is gonna look so good. We're gonna fill that in, maybe all the way to the edge. Just give it a little look of, hey, this is not your average bush, okay? And so we're gonna be doing some of that. We're gonna be finishing this up of making sure it looks good. We're gonna work on cascading it down, and so we'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Now we are starting on our tree farm. We've got our base going. I haven't built with big things like this with soil before, so we're gonna try and see what happens. I've prioritized the structural bits that you need the overhangs to hang off of. So we're going to see what happens. So far it appears that they're building everything fine, but as you can see, I'm trying to prioritize the bits. Maybe I've put them in the wrong direction. I've seen so many videos of other people building that it doesn't look like it really matters what direction, but I don't know. So we're gonna find that out, and if we have any problems, I will let you know. But they're getting started and they are working hard. The one thing I love about the boss, besides making them go work in places where it's going to harm our beavers, is that they work 24/7 regardless of what hours you put on. So your lovely beavers can just chill out and relax and have a good time while the boss work for them. So I'm glad to have them up and running. It's already making things so much faster and easier. But we're gonna see how the build goes, and I'll come back with an update. All right, checking back in, guys. Had some problems that you probably would have noticed. That once they get building up here, there was no way that they could build this second layer of block where I needed it. I could have moved it over, but that would have kind of messed up the whole design. And I guess it wouldn't have messed up the whole design, but it's just not what I wanted to do. So what I've done instead is we're gonna be building a ladder, an access ladder. I would imagine that there's probably some sort of extra access just in case something happens to the tubeway, that they can still get up here. It's just one block that's removed, so it's not that big of an issue. I'm not going to have a path over here. It's just so you get up here to build the blocks. So yeah, learning building with dirt. It's going to be interesting. All right, I see that they're planting over here now. This is good. We're going to have some of it is going to be cuts, the fast growing pine, just to make sure we stay, in line with what we need. And then we're going to have some that we just have for our pine resin production. We could even come over here and plant some more trees if we needed to. But we're going to see. I highly doubt that this is going to be enough lumber. This is more of an aesthetic thing I just wanted to try. And then, once we see what we need, I'll probably come down here and make a nice, flatten this out, and then make a nice double or triple layer tree farm, just a little rectangle here. But I wanted to try with this to see what it would be like once it's all said and done. I went and I did some modifications to, you can't see it all because of that. Some modifications, trying to make it more bush-like. We don't really need too many berries, but we're also going to have some coffee. And just in case you don't know what we're going to do, how in the world did that end up on top of that? We're going to have to investigate. But we're going to have on the inside, we're going to have coffee on the inside with blueberries ringing it on each level. It's going to be a little interesting take. We may or may not be able to reach this top level. Oh yes, that is where our water goes in. I remember now. All right, not a problem, because everything's gonna be dirt. It's gonna go out. Yeah, so it's gonna look fun. It's gonna be interesting, and I can't wait to have it ready for you guys to see. And so make sure you stick around. We need to. Why is this? Because this is not prioritized. I don't care if we have it running. It's got to be there to connect. Because I need more number crunchers. We have plenty of power, so we need more number crunchers to do things. Alright, we have a bot. Let's have you over there pumping. Yes, we have a chronic homeless situation that we will be remedying soon. Alright, perfect. Grease and extract to make some, or oil and extract to make grease. That will come online later. Let's do that. Well, I want pretty much every job over here to be a bot, starting with some of those that cause the most damages, which are often the explosives, the mines, and the dirt excavators. We have the mine and dirt excavators done, so we will be continuing to do more. Oh man, there we go. There we go. It's starting to work. It's starting to work. Let's go. I love it. I love it. Alright guys, well, now that we got an update and it's working, we're gonna take a second, see if we can't get a little montage for you going of the beavers, bots building this, and sit back, relax, and enjoy. Man, oh man, what an adventure it was building this with dirt. I got a lot of things wrong, but it's looking pretty good. If I don't say so myself, it does look like a tree that grows trees and a bush that grows bushes. So, no, I say that's mission accomplished. We have some irrigation going on in here. We just need to get our switched over to a bot so it can happen non-stop instead of just every now and then needing water breaks, food breaks, all kinds of things like that. But I'm pretty happy. It's gonna be good whenever they all come in. We have blueberries on the outside, and on the inside we have coffee, and then blueberries on top. I added these decorative rings because bushes they have some fruit that you can see, but it's also a lot of green. So I just wish the sides that was irrigated would be green. It's the only thing that is a little bit of a bummer. But I mean, just imagine this: you're over here at New Babylon, and you just look out with your powerhouse. You can't really see too much in there. We might build it up so they hide it, and you just see these magnificent things giving you your wood and your berries. And of course, we added more wood on the bottom to make sure we'd have enough because we are chronically lacking in wood. And then we have a massive amount of pine for that pine resin. And made a little mistake. I was going to show you some things we had going on, but as I was building with the dirt, I didn't turn it off, or I didn't pause, and so we started building our food farm by accident at the same time. So it's getting close to being done. We have just a few more things to be done, and I'll show you the overhead view in just a second. I decided to go ahead and put these cranes in because it honestly really does help a lot when building with dirt, since they're always like having problems with the angle you built it at. It just helps. So what we have here is I intentionally left some holes here. I'm thinking, it's like to let sunlight in, so these down towards the bottom, they're not completely without sunlight, because how realistic is that in a post-apocalyptic beaver builder game? Height of realism here. But for I'm just imagining, the beavers want a little sunlight while they're harvesting their food, and so we're just gonna give that to them. We're gonna let that finish up, and we've already got some of our hydroponics in. We're getting some storage in, some water in, and then once this is cleared out over here, we're gonna have our food factories over here. We're working on running a line under the just like we did on the other side. I don't know, I can't talk, but it happens a lot. We're gonna run a line under and see what happens. A little power line, and it's gonna be good. We're gonna be able to transfer power all the way out here. I'm doing it like this, like on the other side, because I want to put an impermeable floor just in case I need to like wall off everything on the inside. I can do that, and it's not gonna cause any issues or whatever. But besides that, I have started planning, and we've got a lot of TNT. We have our platforms here so that we can get our swimming pools. That's gonna be very important. Now that I'm thinking about it, I actually want to keep I was gonna destroy all of this, but I really want to keep at least a little bit of a foundation for now, because we're going to build up one layer and then start building up so that we can really flood all this and keep the swimming pools flooded and working really well without flooding everything on the bottom. That's where we're headed to. But for now, we're going to just put these in the background and just have them build, kind of whenever. and be working on this food farm. The other thing that we've been working kind of just whenever is capping off some of these water sources over here, as well as getting some underground work being done so that we can get all this drained out. So the plan is, once this is all done here, we're gonna have a sluice gate here that is closed below 35. There's gonna be one here that says closed above. We can go ahead and put it in. This way we actually drain properly. Close above. We don't care about the downstream depth right now. And basically what's going to happen is, with all of our water sources going underground, that's going to allow them to drain through all out here. The good water is going to go up to our reservoir, and all the bad water is going to come out here. It's going to probably overflow our factory, our power system, but you know, that's just a price we have to pay. But for now, I want to come in here and retrieve some of our goods so that we're not lacking, you know, waste not, want not, that kind of thing. And that's where we got. That's where we're at so far. And some plans. Our next thing is we have started the initial crane just to see how high we could go for our reservoir. This is gonna be our entrance into the reservoir right here, and we're gonna build that up. But that's gonna be a little bit later. We have our wood coming along. My computer is freaking out these frames per second. I've got to clear up some of these paths, and the random bits of stuff laying around. They definitely cause a lot of problems with performance issues, and so we're going to have to clean up some of those. But what we need is our wood to start coming in and being developed here and here, as well as all the way over here. I am going to put another little, I'm not sure what I'm going to call them yet, another little irrigation something other, I don't know. I do want to try, and no, that doesn't count as an irrigation barrier. I want to put an actual irrigation barrier all around the side just to see how much it will stop. I would like to get as much of this to be farmable as possible. But you know, if I can't get a lot, then that's gonna be fine too. And we'll just deal with it. We may come back later and build a second one of these. That might be interesting. But yeah, it's looking really nice. We got a lot of beavers, a lot of bots. Cannot wait to actually start on this section itself, and you know, start growing the population, making it come to fruition. It's been a long time coming, lots of work, but I think that's where we're gonna hold off. We did our goal. We made our towers that look like the things that grow. So I'm gonna call this a successful episode, and we'll continue on. You know what our plan is: finish the food out, finish the irrigation underground, and I have it all primed with explosives. So when we're ready, we can just do that. Otherwise, for the rest of these water sources, I'm going to put in sluice gates so we can just let water out up here until we're ready to go to the next step. And yeah, you see a bunch of the background work we have. It's coming along, people. It's coming along. Just a few more episodes, and we will have it. But we got to have that food to support our population and our happiness. So that's what we got to focus on next. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you leave a like down below if you're liking some of these cool, funky little builds. You know, especially You know, this little pixel art, I'm not usually too much of an artist, and this took a lot longer than I would like to admit coming up with, but I like it. It's pretty cool. And so hopefully you guys like that. If you do like it, let me know down below by hitting that like button. Also, leave me a comment. Tell me if you like the shape, if there's something else I should do. You know, for the food farm, I'm just going bland, just, you know, efficient square, because we need that food. You know, this can be the Iron Teeth's little artistic outlet right here. Other than that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more of Timberborn. Let me know how you're liking it by hitting that subscribe button. I appreciate it. I will see you guys next time. It's been Casual Dad. We've been playing Timberborn. Bye-bye.